Who is Jesus to you? In today's Gospel reading, that is Mark chapter 8, verses 27 to 33, we have Jesus and his disciples traveling to the village of Caesarea Philippi, which is the northernmost region of Israel. And whilst on the way, Jesus asks his disciples, "Who do people say that I am?" And his disciples respond to him saying that some say that you are John the Baptist, some say that you are Elijah, while some say that you are one of the prophets. And then Jesus turns to his disciples and asks them, "Who do you say that I am?" It's a very personal question to them because the disciples have been journeying with him, and Jesus is asking them, "Now, who do they think that he is?" And Peter replies saying that you are the Christ. So this word, the Christ word, comes from the Greek word Christos, which means the anointed one. And when you translate it in Hebrew, it means the Messiah. So here is Peter saying that we know you are the Son of God, the Messiah that was promised. And once he says this, then Jesus tells the disciples that he has to suffer many things. He has to be rejected by the elders, by the Pharisees, by the scribes, by the people, and then be killed. Then after 3 days that he would rise again. Peter and the disciples hear this, and then Peter takes Jesus aside and then he rebukes him because Peter didn't want Jesus to go anywhere, he didn't want Jesus to suffer. And Jesus then, in front of his disciples, rebukes Peter back again and he says, "Get behind me, Satan." That means that Peter wanted Jesus not to suffer. He wanted the Messiah to have eternal glory and give us salvation without the suffering. So Jesus is making it very clear that there is no salvation of humankind without his suffering. And it's important for us as Christians to set our mind on the things of God and not of man, because very often as Christians we too are like Peter, just focusing on having the miracles, on having the healings, on having glory and having an easy life. We want to reject the cross, we want to reject our trials, we want to reject our hardships, our sickness, our disease, our suffering, our daily challenges. We just want it easy. And if we as Christians say that, yes, you are Jesus, you are our Messiah, you are the Christ, how much should we imitate Christ? Because he suffered for our sins for no fault of his, just so that we could get eternal glory. Are we even willing to suffer for the sake of the sins of my brothers and sisters, of our neighbors, of somebody we don't even know? Can we just tie our daily suffering, our daily hardships, our daily challenges to Christ's suffering on the cross so that it can be used for the benefit of somebody else's soul? This is just a short reflection for today's Gospel reading. God bless you all. I will see you tomorrow.